Welcome all sports fans. I'm Dolph Jackson, one of the hosts of the Come On In Sports Network, a brand new sports network catered to sports heads like yourselves. Here on the Come On In Sports Network, we'll be covering the latest topics and current sporting news from around the world, such as baseball, football, basketball, and more. So sit back, relax, put your feet up, and come on in. How you doing? Come on in. I'm Dolph Jackson of the Come On In Sports Network. And family, he really needs no introduction. But for those of you who may forgot, it's time to introduce the newest member of the family of the Come On In Sports Network. This man will be your host for Come On In Cowboys. Ladies and gentlemen, from the hit zone, the one and only Mr. J-HITZ. Hitz, what's going on, baby?
What's up, dog? My boy. What's good, man?
Hey, man, it's been a minute, baby. What's going on?
Bro. Been a minute, man. Just happy to get back into the saddle, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk a little sports, man. We had a big day last week, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody team now is in first place. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody, bro. Everybody got them Super Bowl aspirations, man. You know what I'm saying? But again, man, listen, on behalf of the entire family, bro, the entire network, bro, we want to officially welcome you to the family, man. We're happy to have you, man. Listen, man, we're going to have some fun. And again, just let them know a little something that they kind of can expect from you this season on Come On In Cowboys. Just give them a little something, just a little taste of the info they might be getting. What kind of format you think you gonna run with? You might run with.
Hey man, it's simple, man. We Dallas Cowboys, you know, it's gonna be our main topic. Then we also gonna dive into these Longhorns, who, shameless plug, had 11 draft picks. 11. Hey, we on up with that. It's gonna be some good football coming in with the SEC, man. These games are gonna be. I'm kind of a little more excited about college football than I am NFL, but hey, that's another story. But yeah, Cowboys is the home team, and we're gonna also get the Longhorns and the Mavericks in when we can.
Right, yeah, you're right. So there you go, man. And also, man, let them know your platform, man. Besides being here on the Come On In Sports Network, let them know where they can go and find you and C. Rob's channel, man. The name of your channel and everything.
The Hit Zone, man. You can see us on all platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We got a TikTok. Hey, just the Hit Zone, THAHIT Zone, ZONE, man, on all platforms.
Got it. So, family, you already know the doors are now open. So you come on in. Dana, how you doing? Come on in. Dana say, welcome, J-HITZ. Welcome to the family. Appreciate that. Uncle Jerry, I just had to go over the Hooded Jew and give a big happy birthday once again to Hurricane Mike. That's right. Our young brother turned 15 today. Hurricane Mike, once again, my brother, happy birthday. He's in the house, but it ain't Blazing Saddles. It's just Blaze. Blaze, how you doing? Come on in. Misdemeanor crime sister Barbara, how you doing? Come on in. Blaze says Hurricanes beat Vipers 46-26 last Saturday. Blaze, y'all doing y'all thing, man. Keep it up, man. Y'all spanked them boys. Congratulations on that victory, man. My brother, Elite Goods, Elite, how you doing, family? Come on in. All right, who else we got in here? That's all we got in here right now. But listen, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Anybody that want to come in and discuss this past week's draft, the draft that the Cowboys had, the draft that the Saints had, or NFL in general, please feel free to. All right, Hits, let's get to it, man. Now, first of all, as y'all can see on the ticker, we're gonna have the picks as they were. First of all, we're going to run through this, then we'll get on the Cowboys and the Saints. So, Caleb Williams going to USC. What's your real feeling about Caleb Williams as a NFL quarterback? because I've been getting some mixed feelings from some people. Some people don't even think he's going to be that guy like they're making him out to be. What's your thoughts on Caleb Williams?
I think Caleb Williams, he has all the tools. He got the arm strength. I even think he's a winner, man. The problem I have, not necessarily with Caleb Williams, I kind of have the problem with the Bears, man. I mean, name me a quarterback that's played in the Windy City that you consider a great quarterback. That's the only franchise I can name that when you think of that franchise, you don't think of a quarterback. You think of a defensive player. You think of a running back, Walter Payton. That's the only one because it's the Windy City, bro. The Windy City says all you need to know right there. I didn't think that Fields was a bad quarterback, man.
Man.
They went and got help at the receiver position. That's all Fields needed,
Right.
But with Caleb, man, I think he has the talent, man. Sometimes I wonder if football is important to him. If you know about anything about his background, man, he kind of had he's a rich kid, man.
Silver spoon in his mouth.
Sometimes, man, you want dogs, man.
Right.
Dogs go hunt for their food.
True.
So hopefully, he can put it all together, man. But I know he got a dog over there, receiver. That second pick they drafted. That's a dog.
Oh yeah, he got a dog over there, man. Doomsday, man. Roma, Doomsday, DJ, and they got Keenan Allen too. Didn't they pick up a Mike Wood? No, they got Keenan Allen. And I love their tight end commit. I love the tight end they got, man. And
why did they give Justin Fields those weapons, bro?
Bro, they gave him DJ last year. They gave him commit. They started showing up the offensive line last year. The thing is, bro, there's new regime in there. He just not their guy, bro.
That's it.
He just not their guy. I personally thought he was on the upswing, and I think they should have stayed with Justin Fields. But hey, like they say, you only get in one chance in a lifetime, and that's what a lot of people feel Caleb Williams is. So we'll see. Some will look at this past season at USC's record, but it is a team game. And some people would say, well, they lost some games they shouldn't. He doesn't play defense. Let me just say that. He don't play defense. But, he was by far the on everybody's board, man. He was the number one quarterback. So kudos to the Bears there. Now with the second pick, go ahead before we go.
Listen, you can't question the talent, man. You can't question the talent. The talent is there. He's a first round pick. He's a bona fide first pick of the draft, bro. It's just, sometimes they don't mean nothing, man. Like if I tell you, dog, if I give you a grade, there was a quarterback that was taken in the draft. His grade was a C-.
Right.
The knock on him was that he was a project. Matter of fact, I think the article said that he's more than just a project.
Right.
Okay. What if I told you that was the scouting report on the 3-time winning Super Bowl champion, Patrick Mahomes?
That's crazy, man.
So man, it just sometimes, man, quarterbacks is hit and miss, man. It's not no direct science to picking their position, man.
Right.
You have people like Tom Brady was in the 7th round, man, probably go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks of our time. And then you have people like Jamarcus Russell that got picked with the first pick of the draft, and we all know how his career turned out. So, hey, you just never know with that position, man. It's a crapshoot.
Right. It's definitely a crapshoot, man. And you can go on as hell. Look up. Dak was a 4th round pick. Russell Wilson was a 3rd round pick. Drew Brees was a 2nd round pick.
Yeah.
You can go on and on. Just because a person selected in the 1st round doesn't mean they're going to hit. Now, this is where everybody say the draft started with that 2nd pick of the draft. And the Patriots went with North Carolina quarterback Drake May. To me, I don't think he was the 2nd best quarterback in this draft, and I really don't think he's the 3rd best quarterback in this draft. But the Patriots, they went with Drake May. Of course, they moved on from their predecessor. So what's your thoughts about Drake May? I saw him a few times at North Carolina. The kid can't make every throw. But I'm just not sold on Drake May as a a kid that are coming right now and change the fortunes of a franchise. I kind of wish that they had a seasoned veteran that he can go in and sit behind and learn how to be a pro. So what's your thoughts about Drake May?
I think it's one of those situations, bro. Look at the team he's going to.
Right.
It's hard. You can't evaluate a player, especially in the quarterback position. If who's he throwing the ball to? Who's he handing the ball off to?
Right.
Name a defensive player outside of what's the guy with the defensive end for the Patriots that you can say that's a decent player, man. It's like, again, man, when you pick it at the top of the draft, normally that means that your team is not good. So it's one of those situations, man, that it just depends on how they build a team around them. Mm-hmm. Drake May, I didn't see much. I ain't gonna lie to you and just sit here and say I watched a lot of North Carolina football.
Yeah, me either.
But for what I hear about him, he has the intangibles to play the position. But again, it goes back to who you got around him.
Right, exactly. Who's around him? And listen, we know there's a new regime over there in New England. Belichick is gone, so hey, let's see how it turns out for Drake May and the New England Patriots. Now, third pick was no other than Marvin Harrison Jr. A lot of people were losing their minds, talking bad about the kid because he did not want to do the off-season workouts. He didn't want to run at the combine. He didn't want to do a pro day. And his thing was, everything you need to know is right there on the tape. Right there on the tape, man. And I still think him, Neighbors, throw him up, pick who you want. To me, those were the two best in the Doomsday, Roma Doomsday. Those were the three top headliners in this draft. With a really good underrated wide receiver class, too. This wide receiver class was good deep into this draft, man. Mm-hmm. So what's your Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Yeah, man, he's a dog. I saw a lot of Ohio State football, man, and every time I turned on the game, he popped off the screen, man. We all know what his daddy was. It's in his genes. Yeah, I like the kid, man. I think he was the best receiver in this draft. I would say that. Right.
Mr. Meeks.
We're gonna get there.
Oh man, they funny. So yeah, man. Him, Neighbors, man. A Doomsday. The other kid, Brian Thomas from LSU. I mean, then I like the kid Pearsall from Florida. McConkey. I mean, man, this draft was actually deep. If the offensive line position wasn't as deep as it is, we've probably been talking about how deep this wide receiver class was, man. That was great, man. That was great.
Yeah, the quarterbacks was a quarterbacks went off the board early, man.
Man.
I know you're going to get around to that one, the most controversial pick.
Yeah, we got to get to that one, bro. We got to, man. And of course, the Chargers, they took the first offensive lineman, Joe Alt, and he felt to him, easy pick for them. They already got the young quarterback. They signed Pollard to put him with Tyjae Spears. Of course, the big man, Derrick Henry, is not there no more. So it'd be interesting to see how the Titans develop this offense, how the new look Titans look anyway. I mean, excuse me, I'm talking about the Titans. I mean, he went to the Chargers, to Jim Harbaugh, man. Excuse me, fam. Jim Harbaugh got Joe Alt, man. So Joe Alt went to the Chargers. That was a big one. Neighbors, now your boys gonna have to see this kid twice a year. Big, strong, fast, physical, good route runner. Malik Neighbors, man. Did you get a chance to see him at all while he was at LSU?
Yeah, man. I have a good feeling that he was part of the reason that Jalen Daniels won the Heisman, man. This guy's he's a bona fide receiver, man. I don't know. Again, the quarterback, man. Quarterback is the question. The team is the question. Who's the running back? Who's the did they rebuild their defense? Did they rebuild their offensive line?
Right.
You know, so hey, we'll see, man. We'll see.
Man, everybody thought right here that it would be Neighbors, man. Everybody thought it would be Malik Neighbors going there. Then of course, we already mentioned Roman Doomsday. Okay, let's get to the controversy. Now, Michael Penix going to the Falcons, selecting Michael Penix Jr. I see you shaking your head. A lot of people saying, what are they thinking? What are they doing? I like what they did, and I'm going to tell you why I like what they did. I'll tell you why. Why I like what they did was because you got Kirk Cousins coming off Achilles injury. Kirk Cousins is well in his 30s, headed toward 40. You're able to get a young man that a lot of people thought coming out, he could have came out last year, but this year was a top 10, 15 quarterback, a franchise-changing quarterback, and you get him with number 8. And the good thing is, like I said earlier, which may not be the case for Drake May, you do, or Caleb Williams, you don't have to rush him onto the field because you have Kirk Cousins, a established above average veteran quarterback in this league that he can learn from. Now, Kirk Cousins, the Falcons guaranteed Kirk Cousins $100 million. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe, well, he gonna see the $100 million, but maybe he doesn't finish the entirety of this contract. You know, maybe it's this year, next year, and maybe by the third year, toward the end of next year, maybe Michael Penix is ready to roll, and they decide, hey, now it's time to turn over the reins to him. So, what was your thoughts about that?
My only thing, man, if you went into this draft saying that you have the number 8 pick, and you wanted, and you had identified that you want Penix to be your quarterback, you identified that. That's what you want. You could get that. Why tie up all this money into Kirk Cousins? You give Kirk Cousins $100 million. Hold on, something happened here.
I hear you.
Okay, here we go. You give Kirk Cousins $100 million.
Right.
And you go and draft Penix. The thing about Penix, what you got to remember, as him a rookie, he's not your ordinary rookie. The guy's, 24, 25 years old. So if you're finna assign Kirk Cousins to $100 million, you got to at least play him for the next 3 years. So when your Penix come in, get into play, he's going to be around, 27, 28 years old?
Yeah.
You know, say, man, hey, I just didn't get that pick. Why not say you got your running back? You got an okay offensive line. Your defense was coming on last year. Why not just go all in and build around what you have? Build around Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins is decent enough to get you to the playoffs.
Right.
You know, if you got the right tools around him, you got B.J. Robinson's in the backfield. You had a chance to get one of those receivers you're talking about, those top receivers. You had a chance to get one of those guys. You had a chance to get the top tackle in the draft. There was a lot of things you could have done with that pick, man. It was a head scratcher to me. If they wouldn't have had signed Kirk Cousins and they wouldn't have got Penix, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But man, you can't just go top $100 million like that for the next 4 to 5 years, and then go take your draft capital and pick up a guy that you reach for. Some was saying that Penix was a second rounder.
Yeah, I heard
late,
that too.
Late first.
Yeah, late first in the first, top of the second.
So that was a reach. And, hey, like I say, quarterback is one of the hardest positions to evaluate. We could be looking back a couple years from there and be like, still in the draft. So we just never know.
Right.
And like I say, and we still don't know. I just don't understand the thinking behind it, behind the pick.
Right. Like I said, I love what they did. I think it was genius of them. If you like that player, all it takes, like I said, it only takes one team to fall in love with the player. If you like that player and you identify that player as a player you think can lead your franchise once the reins are turned over to him into the next decade, man, go for it, man. Don't leave it up to chance that he'll be there in the second round. The thing is, hey, we don't need him to start. We don't need him to come in right now. We got Kirk Cousins. We got playmakers on the offense. Many people are like, man, they should have got Dallas Turner. They should have got a defensive player. Quarterbacks do not grow on trees. Franchise quarterbacks, dominant quarterbacks. So listen, we'll see how it turns out. But right now, I think they're taking a lot of flack for that, unrightly. So I like what you did, Falcon, even though I don't like Atlanta. You know what that means. But anyway, Dana G says, right, the only way it's justified is if a quarterback like Jalen Daniels falls to you. Otherwise, you build around what you have.
That's my point. That's
Build
my
around what you. So they ain't a lot, and hits, they thinking a lot. Now, the Vikings taking J.J. McCarthy was the most sane pick of the first round. If they wouldn't have taken a quarterback here and stuck with Sam Darnold, it was a no-brainer. You go into the season with Sam Darnold, as your starter, you guaranteed to win 2-3 games at the most. You get a young quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. Let him stick behind Sam Darnold, OTAs, mini camp preseason. Maybe let Sam Darnold start the season. What about that 5th, 6th week? Hey, Sam, take your helmet off. Here's the pad, JJ. Let's go. I like what the Vikings did. It made a lot of sense to me. Them going out and taking J.J. McCarthy, who, by the way, just during this draft process, just flew up the boat. And a lot of people are like, why? He wasn't that special at Michigan. Sometimes we get caught up in these numbers and the flash and stuff. The kid, when he needed to make plays for Michigan, he made plays with his arms and with his legs. The kid's a winner. He's a leader, and I like the pick of J.J. McCarthy for the Vikings. What is your thought?
Out of all the quarterbacks, I least like J.J. McCarthy. This is why.
Okay.
And it's just my opinion too. You know, we don't know
that's
how
all,
these guys are playing out. It's just my opinion. It's my factual opinion. Okay. But this is the thing, man. I'm skeptical about a quarterback that wasn't asked to do much at Michigan. You know, he had a great team around, like championship team. You know, if you watch those Michigans, when you watch Michigan in the playoffs, their defense the one took them there, in my opinion. You know, you had a quarterback. They had a running back in Quorum that you can turn around and hand the ball off. He kept you in plus distance. You never really was behind the chain. He wasn't asked to do much. We'll see how he panned out, man. I just, like I say, I get a little skeptical about the quarterbacks who has a lot of talent around.
So should we penalize a quarterback for having talent around him? Now, let's say if he had that talent around him and that talent would have underperformed with him at the helm, then we'll be saying another thing, singing another tune. I think this young man did what he needed to do in the system that he was asked to run. I think J.J. McCarthy he's a better all-around quarterback than many think. And for instance, I think if J.J. McCarthy was in Oregon's offense, he could have put up the same. Matter of fact, he could have put up better numbers than Bo Nix. To me, J.J. McCarthy is a better quarterback than Bo Nix. I saw Bo Nix in the SEC every week. And then he goes to Oregon. He goes to a system where he flourishes. He's in the Pac-12. But when he was in the SEC, I didn't that Bo Nix because of the system too. Because see, that's what I'm saying about the system. The system he was in at Auburn. He got all that system. He goes to Oregon. He flourishes. The young man becomes a first round selection. So that's what I think about J.J. McCarthy. I just think the kid is. I think he's going to shut a lot of people up. I think he's better. I think he's one of the most underrated players in this first round that was selected in the first round, and especially at quarterback. So we're gonna move on from there. Next came the Jets, and they got arguably some may say the best, some may say 1A, as they got Olu Fashanu, left tackle from Penn State, straight wall, just like everything about the kid. May need to work on his running game, his run blocking. I think that will have to improve at the next level. But as protecting the pass, the kid was good, man. This draft, though, Jake, this draft, bro, was loaded with all kind of talent. up front. If you needed talent up front, this was the year. You were blessed this year because they were there, especially tackles, guards. They were there, my brother. What's your thoughts on Fashanu from Penn State?
Yeah, it made sense. They got a lot of he got Aaron Rodgers at the quarterback position. I think they did pretty good in free agency. They got which was picked up a couple of receivers to go with Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, pick up the best left tackle to protect your guy who's coming off an Achilles injury.
Right.
And yeah, so it made sense.
Yeah, that like I said, I love simple, easy pick, man, easy pick. A lot of people thought they may go quarterback, and then the Broncos do what many thought was a reach. They went out and they got Bo Nix. Many say you could have got Bo Nix in the second round.
How old is Bo Nix?
Bo Nix is, let me see how old he is.
He's been in college for a while.
Wasn't he in college for what, 6 years or something?
Yeah, he did a lot of transferring.
Let's see. Bo Nix is, how old is Bo Nix? 21. I believe Bo Nix is just 21, bro.
Just 21?
Yeah, I think Bo Nix is just 21 from what I'm seeing. Bo Nix. Yeah, rather than if they had. Oh no, hold on. You might be
in college for a while.
Nah, the 12th overall pick. The new court is more game rather than if they had dropped for the 21-year-old. Bo Nix age. How old is this boy? How old is this young man? Bo Nix is 24.
Yeah, he's like up there with Penix too.
Yeah, he's 24 years old.
Yeah.
24 years old, Bo Nix. And man, and I was saying that during the draft, bro, like, you know, when they were showing the draft room after every team had selected their first round select, had first round pick. Man, they went to that Broncos war room, bro. It was like this.
That was a Sean Payton pick, man.
Everybody looked like everybody had on black suits. I think it did. One war room, everybody in there had on black suits. I don't know who it was. But man, that damn Broncos war room, man, it was like a morgue, man. It was like a damn funeral. Nobody was saying nothing. There wasn't high five. There wasn't no hug. There wasn't no yeah. Everybody pretty much was sitting back there. And from what I got from them, they were saying, we just picked Bo Nix, the 12th pick of this damn draft.
Yeah.
Brock Bowers was on the board. Could have had Dallas Turner was on the board. Man, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right. Then, so the Raiders just loved it. Okay, you gonna go Bo Nix? The Raiders go back-to-back years with a tight end. Last year was Notre Dame's Mike Myers, and now they go out and they get the one and only. They get Brock Bowers, the best tight end in this draft. There's no doubt a lot of people feel that this kid is ready to come in from day one and go. And could we see a lot of two tight end system ran by the Raiders, a la what the Patriots did back in the day when they had Gonzalez and Gronk? I'm just saying. What's your thoughts on Brock Bowers? Is Brock Bowers a day one starter for you?
Of course. Guy's a beast, man. Yeah, I can see that, and I'm hearing a lot of people nationally are saying the same thing. They're gonna do a 2 tight end system,
right?
So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see them running that too. The thing is, Aiden O'Connell, the kid they drafted last year from Purdue, they seem to like this young man. Let's see if he can take that next step. They're definitely surrounding him with weapons. And listen, a tight end can be a quarterback's best friend, especially one who now is going to threaten the seam. And he gets those jack yards. He makes game-changing plays. And now you have him and Michael Myers and Devontae Adams. Comes down to the offensive line, the coaching, and the quarterback. They got their quarterback. They have to get it right. Now, the Seahawks took your boy, Byron Murphy, the third D tackle for Texas. You saw this player, man. This kid grow up right there in Austin, man. You watch him week in, week out, man. before I ask for his strength, give me his weakness. What are some things you think he's going to have to improve on at the next level?
It's his feet. I think he can work on his first step, get a little faster. It's his strength, man. The dude's stronger than an ox, bro. You know, he packs a punch. He gets up the field. I've liked him ever since he was a freshman at Texas, man. He worked on his size. He worked on his strength. He worked on his body. If you look from day one, from his freshman year to his junior year, man, it was night and day. So yeah, I like this pick, man. You know, he's kind of a little undersized for a tackle. And if you know anything about me, I fall in love with undersized tackles. That was what I was. So, you know, I have a little soft spot in my heart for undersized tackles. He's one of them, man, but he has a motor. I like the way he get up the field, man. He can stalemate a guard right in the hole, man. So with his strength, because he's strong as ox, and he's very athletic. Like I say, I would just hope he can increase his first step. All defensive. That's what you always say about all defensive linemen coming out of college. Can they increase their first step? Can they make it a little faster? Because in the field, that's what you're gonna need. Because we all know that in the NFL, when these offensive linemen get their hands on you, it's pretty much a wrap.
Right. Listen, when we come back, we go get his thoughts on two edge rushers who he think was the better prospect. We'll be right back. Welcome, all sports fans. I'm Dolph Jackson, one of the hosts of the Come On In Sports Network, a brand new sports network catered to sports heads like yourselves. Here on the Come On In Sports Network, we'll be covering the latest topics and current sporting news from around the world, such as baseball, football, basketball, and more. So sit back, relax, put your feet up, and come on in. All right, we're back. We're live. This is the Come On In Sports Network with your host, the one and only J-HITZ, and I'm Dolph Jackson, and we want to thank everybody for being here, man. Again, the Come On In Sports Network is the brand new sports network that we're launching. And again, we want to thank you all for being here. The Come On In Sports Network is made up of real fan sports, uneducated sports talk, the Keeping It Real Who That Sports podcast, and the Hit Zone. So yeah, get used to these faces. We gonna be here week after week, bringing you the best content that we can possibly bring you. And listen, it all revolves around you. We're gonna open up the lines. You wanna come in and voice your opinion, give your thoughts. Y'all already know. Hit that link and come on in. All right, here before we went to commercial, I wanted to know of the two. Listen, this draft actually set a record. There were 13 offensive players, I believe, selected before the first defensive player.
Yeah.
Now, the first defensive player of the board was a coach Latu, the defensive end. He went to the coach from UCLA. Got to see him up close and personal. He's the best pass rusher in the draft coming in because he has a plan. He has an initial move, a second move, and a third move. Now, my thing with Latu is going to have to increase his strength in the NFL. He's going to have to get stronger because sometimes he got locked up with an offensive lineman when they were able to get them hands on him good. He wasn't able to get away. So it's him. Then the Vikings took Dallas Turner from Alabama. And the kid that I think could be the sleeper, man, and be real big is this kid here, Jerry Verse from Florida State. So out these three young men right here, Verse, Turner, and Latu, who do you think can have the most immediate impact for the teams that selected them?
I'm gonna say Dallas Turner just because I saw more Alabama football than I seen the rest of them. He put me in the mind of what was the kid last year from Alabama? Will
went to the Texans.
The Texans.
Will
Right.
Anderson. Will Anderson.
I think
yeah.
They're pretty much the same player, man. You know, a little smaller defensive end to get up, that's fast and get us up the field. What was the kid? You remember the guy from it was Oregon State who gave Shedeur Fitz. He was a defensive end, number 8. I think he got kicked out of the game.
I can't think of his name.
Did he get drafted? Because that dude was a beast.
Sure. I'm not sure.
He was a head case, but he was a beast. But
hey, if y'all know who HITZ talking about, put it in the chat. If y'all know who HITZ talking about.
He was number 8.
My brother's here. Family's here. What up, fam? Clarence, Matthew, how you doing? Glad you're here, fam. Love you, man. Thank you for being here, my brother. The doors are now open, and you already know. Clarence, come on in. Thank you for being here, fam. Yeah, man. So listen, so you saying Dallas Turner because you saw a lot of that. Now, Coach, on the other hand, during the draft night telecast, Coach was like, because Carlos felt the same way that you felt about Dallas Turner, and Coach asked the question. So I'm gonna ask you the same thing. What was it that you saw in Dallas Turner to make you feel the way you do?
I like his being, man. I like the way he gets up. He gets up his first step and get up the field, and the way he can dip his hips and get around the end and get to the quarterback, man. That's what I like about him. And his fastness, his quickness, and that's what you need in the NFL, man. Those guys usually make an impact early in the league. Those fast, quick guys coming off the edge.
Gotcha. And Coach was like, man, he just feels like he was ordinary. Didn't see it. And long story, he's not saying he's not good, but he didn't see him as how a lot of people saw him as that dominant, franchise changing defensive player, a la Michael Parsons. So he didn't see that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ain't too many Michael Parsons, but
ain't too many. Now a pick that I like here was what the Steelers took. Washington tackle guard Troy Fatanu. This young man here, versatile, can play both guard and tackle positions on the offensive line, gives you great versatility. I think they probably start him off at a guard, but if you need him to swing out to tackle, he can do that. I think that was a great value pickup by them. And then my guy, who they want? Chop. They want Chop. So I was like, who want Chop Robinson, baby? Shout out to Metric as the Dolphins, man. The Dolphins decided they wanted Chop Robinson. Chop Robinson running the 4-4, dipping them shoulders, coming around that end, man. Chop Robinson to the Dolphins, add speed to that defense. Did you get a chance at any part this past season or over the last 2-3 years to see Chop Robinson play? And if so, what are your thoughts about Chop Robinson?
I didn't so much pay attention during the season, but you know, like I always, like most time during the draft, you go back and watch players. You know, you watch some highlights and stuff. And yeah, man, he jumps off, man. You know, he can get to the quarterback, bro. No doubt about it.
Now, this next person that I'm going to talk about, I walked on the field in Mobile, Alabama, family, and I watched this kid with, I believe he was wearing number 7. He was a DB. He wasn't from an SEC school, Pac-12, Big 10, Big 12. He was from the MEAC. He was from Toledo. And all he was doing the whole week was locking people up. I'm telling you right now, them damn Eagles, bro, I'm sorry, Jam, but them damn Eagles, bro, they got him one. Yeah. They got him one.
They got him 2.
Who else they got?
The kid from Iowa, the Iowa kid, the white boy, Conan.
They got Gene too.
Yeah, they got Gene.
Oh my God!
They upgraded their secondary now. They weakest part of their team. They upgraded.
I really didn't even realize that, man.
Say that white boy a dog, man. I ain't trying to be racist or nothing, but you know, white boys don't play Conan. Yeah. You got to be a dog to be a white boy.
He a dog. Y'all know I'm telling you about white. He a dog, bro.
Yeah.
He a dog, bro.
Yeah.
The thing is, they better not try to move that kid to safety too.
I think they're gonna keep him in the corner.
They better keep him at corner too. Because that's what the hell he is. Now he can play safety, but he's a corner. And he's a damn good one, man. And to get him in the second round.
Yeah, they moved up to got him, man. They went and got him,
man. That was a great move, man. The Jaguars selected the other receiver from LSU, Brian Thomas. He shouldn't be that big, running that fast, running a full damn 3-3 that damn big, but he can. And so the Jaguars got a weapon, much needed weapon. And the first Alabama cornerback of the ball was not Kool-Aid McKenzie. It was Terrion Arnold from Alabama. Know you watched a lot of Alabama play. What was your thoughts on Terrion Arnold?
And I didn't think the Alabama corners played well this year, man. I mean, these past few years, to tell you the truth, you know, my Longhorns did a pretty good number on them. You know, Xavier Worthy got behind them every play. So we'll see, man. I know, you know, McKendry, you got a special place for him because he's heading to the down there to Bourbon Street, if I'm not mistaken. So.
No, Kool-Aid, yeah, man. We went on and got old Kool-Aid in the second round, man. Drank some Kool-Aid with that while eating that gumbo, man.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, no. Probably gonna have to send Kool-Aid over there to Cajun, Jay. We're gonna send him over to Cajun, baby.
Oh man.
We're gonna have to send him to Cajun, man.
Hey, every time I go to New Orleans, man, I can't leave without stopping by.
Hey, Cajun, y'all better become a sponsor. I just plugged your ass. But anyway, yeah, man. But listen, man. Speaking of Xavier Worthy, a lot of people got a problem with Buffalo, and I do too. There ain't no damn way.
Yeah.
I'm going to trade with the team that has been my Achilles heel, that has been my kryptonite. I ain't about to help them. And Buffalo trades out the first round and allows the Kansas City Chiefs to select what they were been missing since the cheetah left, which is speed. And make no mistake about it, Xavier Worthy, did he not set the fastest 40 time in combine history? So we know one thing. He can go. Now, it would have been nice because we don't know what's going to happen with Rice, with his incident in Dallas, as he driving, gets in the damn fender bender and gets out the damn car on the damn interstate and walks away. So we don't know what kind of suspension, but he gets suspended. You can bet your ass NFL go suspend him for that. I don't know how long he's getting, but he's gonna get suspended. But they go and they bring in Xavier Worthy, man. What does Xavier Worthy add now to Patrick Mahomes? When last year their offense, for most of the season, everybody was like, what's wrong with the Chiefs? Their offense isn't the same. But when it came playoff time, when they came time for the big game, that offense showed up because they got that guy, man. But listen, Xavier Worthy, Chiefs, your thoughts, my brother.
Didn't they also get Hollywood Brown?
I got to check.
I think the Chiefs picked up Hollywood too, man. Imagine them two on the field at the same time. Bro.
With Kelsey and Pachinko.
Damn.
And
yeah, that's why I say the Buffaloes need to go slap themselves.
Man.
And this is another thing. I like Xavier, and you know, I'm close to the situation, so I figure like my opinion kind of, you know, I can talk on, I can speak on this, right?
Right.
I don't feel like Xavier was the best receiver that Texas had.
You think it was Mitchell?
I don't know why AD slipped, man. He slipped right before the draft. There was rumor that came out saying that he's hard to coach. And I never heard that. You know, that's be one of these things that teams will put out there so he can slip to them. Yeah. Because I never heard that he was hard to coach. And like he went what? He almost went to the end of the second round. Damn near, man. And so I think AD, and you know, Xavier, he ran to 4.20, but AD was like a low 4.3. You know, he has speed too, and AD has the playmaking ability. He can go and go get the ball. And his route running, I believe, is better than Xavier. Xavier's hands was not that good.
Yeah, that's what
Xavier had a lot of drops, a lot
of drops. Yeah,
you know. So I feel like AD is more of a polished receiver than Xavier, but you know, Kansas City, man, like they got Hollywood, they got Xavier, bro. That's looking scary, man.
Yeah, man.
And you know their defense improved, bro.
Right. So let's do this. Now we get to the man of the hour, the Dallas Cowboys. They select, I'm gonna call him a baby as a tackle. He's a baby because he ain't been playing it that long. But damn it, the skill set, the talent, the athleticism is there. The kid is coachable. I watched this young man up close and personal in Mobile. If he lost a rep, didn't do good on a rep, coaches would pull him to the side, coach him up, and when he came back, he didn't make the same mistake twice. He improved. So, man, what was your thoughts when the Cowboys, man, grabbed Tyler Guyton, and was offensive line the right move for the Cowboys?
Definitely the right move for the Cowboys offensive line. When you lose two offensive linemen with Tyler Biadasz, your center, and Tyron Smith, your tackle, both leave, and you didn't do anything to address those positions, yes. If you look at the Cowboys, their first two picks was offensive line, man. And so they're rebuilding their offensive line. And one thing about the Cowboys, they don't get a lot of things right, but one thing they get right is picking offensive linemen, man. If you go back to Tyron Smith, you know, Hall of Famer. You go to Travis Frederick. He was on the projection of trajectory to be a Hall of Famer if it wasn't for the injury. You look at Zach Martin, Hall of Famer. If you look at 2 years ago, they drafted Tyler Smith, you know, arguably one of the best offensive linemen in the game right now. So, and if you go back to the Great Wall of Dallas, man, Dallas has always had a history of drafting great offensive linemen. So I feel like with this guy, man, he's 6'8". He played tight end.
Right.
So that tell you he's an athlete, man. I like him. The only thing I see the highlights you showing that he's being a little nasty there. Right. I didn't see a lot of nastiness from him. I saw a lot of like he's a nice guy, you know. I don't want my linemen to be nice guys. I want my linemen to have a couple of screws loose, bro. I want them to be introverts. I want them to be, you know, antisociable beings. You know, he's to me seemed like a great guy, and he's a project for sure. But if we can get him coached up. I don't know what that means. Maybe he need to, you know, put on some muscle, get a little stronger, get a little quicker, whatever that is. If we can get him coached up, man, especially with our second round pick that we got from K-State. Now that guy there.
We're talking about BB.
BB got he received every offensive lineman award you can receive, bro. This dude is a beast and a half. And I wanted Power Johnson too. The kid.
Yeah, Jackson Power from Oregon.
Yeah. They say he didn't interview well, whatever that means, but that's why he kind of slipped. But I liked him. But the Cowboys is going into the season with two rookie offensive linemen, bro. And a third year guy.
So and you can see some of the things that the kid does well, man. He got good feet. Now the thing that you have to watch, I don't know if we can see it here. Sometimes he has the tendency when the ball is snapped to play with his right hand. He keeps it too low. He doesn't get it up in time and allows the defender to get into him sometimes too quick. And sometimes he gets too upright. You can catch him at times trying to compensate from his bad form, trying to he'll overextend and he's over his knees, and you know, defender will go right around him. But I mean, the feet, the athleticism, pulling. I mean, when you have this kid pulling on trap plays and pulling out on screens, man, it's going to be real nasty. You know what I'm saying? Look how you put that linebacker up right there, man. That was just nice, man.
I see the talent, man. You see why he was drafted in that.
Right.
You can see.
You can see why the kid was drafted, man. He was deserving to be drafted. So that's what the Cowboys went with. They went with Tyler Guyton in the first round. Go ahead, Jay.
And also, he played right tackle, but the Cowboys gonna put him in the left. I know sometimes that doesn't seem like a big deal, but you know, putting your left hand down and your right hand down, it make a difference, man. Especially if you're not used to doing it. So hopefully he can adjust to that part of the game of his game.
But my thing is with that, if a kid's played right tackle his whole life, a lot of people think it's just so easy just to flip, like you said.
Yeah.
What? And then this kid hasn't even been playing on the offensive line that long. So why switch him from right to left? He doesn't have that many starts as a right tackle.
I think the reason why, for one thing, they got a lot of money tied up into Terrence Steele as a right tackle. So, you know, what you gonna do with
Steele flip? Because Terrence Steele flipped the left tackle?
No. I mean, hey, I hope he pans out it right, because since the injury, he hasn't been the same. He had a bad year last year, so hopefully coming off that ACL, giving another year, he'll do better. But last year he kind of struggled. But Terrence Steele, they got a lot of money tied up into him, so that's why he has to pretty much play the left side next year, maybe another couple of years, or maybe they can move, because Tyler Smith started off at left tackle and he played well. Right. And then when Tyron came back, remember they moved him back to guard. So maybe they can move him to the left side and take Guyton and move him to the right side. Now you got two ends locked up for the next 3-4 years.
Yeah, exactly. All right. And not to be done, Who That Nation, listen. Yeah, they will hand me. I've been calling this kid's name out ever since I first saw him play. I'm talking about this young man right here, Talisi Fuaga. This from Oregon. Just listen, bro. The words can't even describe how happy I was when I saw him sitting on the board. The Raiders helped out a lot when they took Brock Bowers, because I think if Brock Bowers was sitting there, the Saints would have strongly considered going after Brock Bowers at that juncture of the draft. But Talisi Fuaga, my man, this kid here, he's a baller, he's a player, man. And we got our starting right tackle, because Ryan Ramczyk's career, it's not looking good, man. He has a debilitating knee, degenerate knee condition. The last 2 years, bro, he hasn't even been practicing during the week. He's been getting veteran rest days and just gutting it out. Arguably at one time before these injuries started, he was one of the top 4-5 offensive linemen in all of football, a perennial all-pro tackle. But now you bring in Fuaga, who's able to do everything that you would need your player to do, you know. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this young man. As you can see him highlight, strong, and he plays nasty. Look how he finishes that block. I think that's kind of what you was talking about, what you'd like to see from Guy. He finishes the block right there. Very nasty. On the white pause every time I click off for some reason. This one is pausing on me. Let me see. All right. Can y'all see that? Is it moving now, Jim?
Yeah, I see it. We see it.
All right. Yeah. So I just like the way he finishes the blocks. Now, he had a rep against Latu at the Senior Bowl, and he just ate his lunch, bro. And once this kid gets his hands on you, and look at him pull. Look at that. Look at that.
Nasty.
I mean, nasty, bro. He's nasty. He finishes play. Look, you down. I'm gonna make sure.
That's nasty.
That's nasty right there. I'm gonna make sure you know.
That's what I want my offensive lineman to do.
Yeah, just like that, man. And a lot of fans, and we even had some fans talking about why in the world do we go and get an offensive line? Did you not see your offensive line last year? How horrible it was. Man, we already got Penny and he ain't working out. The difference between Fuaga and Penny, Fuaga is more seasoned. He's more technical sound than Penny, and he played against better competition than Trevor Penny. I'm not giving up on Trevor Penny. The Saints need Trevor Penny to work out. If Trevor Penny works out now, you have your left and your right tackle, like Jamie said, for the next 3 to 4 years. You're young, and then what? And you're saving a lot of money. You're not overspending, overcompensating for a veteran to come in and hold it down until you find a young man who's able to come in and hold it down for you. And so before we get out here, man, let's got a little news going around the NFL. Let's start with this one. There it is, Jamie. He's back. Cowboys re-signed Zeke, man. What was your thoughts on the Cowboys bringing Zeke back? I don't think they should have moved on from him last year because to me, he became a third down, goal line, short yardage back. He had 12 touchdowns his final year in Dallas. Well, what's your thoughts about Zeke coming back?
Man, the Cowboys just does weird things after weird things, dude. Like, it's getting to the point where it's just hard to explain some of the things and the moves that they do. You go and you give Zeke $3 million guaranteed, I believe. And so, yeah. And this was a problem with some free agents that they was like, we don't have enough money to sign this player or sign that player. Bro, you just gave Zeke $3 million, and you also paying him another $6 million from his previous contract.
Damn.
So you finna give Zeke $9 million this year, man.
Nah.
Like, bro, what are we doing here? You know?
Right.
And like running back is one. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Running back is one of those positions that you get older every day. So it's like, yeah, last year he was somewhat productive, but you can't expect him to be nowhere near what he was last year. You know, running backs, he was on a decline. Zeke been on decline probably for the last 4 or 5 years. Consistent decline. So it's like, I didn't get that, bro. Like, why bring him back? I don't get it. And then it's another thing. Do you think if the Cowboys wouldn't have signed Ezekiel Elliott, that as another team was going to line up to sign him?
Yeah, they could have waited till the season.
They probably could have waited later during the season. Nobody finna run. It's a lot of running backs out there that haven't been signed yet.
Right.
So I think that was one of those. That was one of those. Jerry, we love you, Zeke. You know, come on back, sell some more jerseys. Matter of fact, if you still have the old jersey, go dust it off and put it back on. He's back. You know, I just didn't get that. I don't get it sometimes, bro.
And so my thing is, they had Derrick Henry stays in Dallas. Derrick Henry trains in Dallas. Derrick Henry said the Cowboys never called him. I don't understand that. Why not the interest in Derrick Henry? Pollard left in free agency. You probably knew you were going to lose Pollard in free agency. He left. So now, and then on top of that, you go in the draft and you don't draft a running back. You bring Zeke back, like you saying, when you could have just kept them instead of let them go. If you just go release them for 1 year, they're still. So how much are they still on the books with Zeke?
$6 million.
Still on, and they gave him another $3 million for that he resigned for the day.
Yep, guaranteed. So Zeke's getting $9 million from the Cowboys. All right, Cowboy Nation, chime in. Let us know what you think. All right. Now, General Manager Dan Morgan spent $150 million upgrading the middle of the Carolina Panthers offensive line by signing Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis. So and it's because it was needed because 35 of Chase Young sacks came up the middle. The kid was sacked 62 times last year. I don't care who you is. Let me see you get sacked 62 times and you have a great season. the kids, listen, Adam Thielen is not what he used to be. Adam Thielen was his go-to receiver, was his number one receiver. They traded DJ Moore to the Bears, and it didn't surround the kid with anything. But that changed in this draft.
I like a lot of things that the damn Panthers did in the off season, free agency, and in this draft. They got the tight end. They got Sanders from Texas. Even they got the running back too, if I ain't mistaken. So, man, listen, shout out to the Panthers, man. They're great moves. The Jaguars will be picking up the 5th-year option on quarterback Trevor Lawrence. Has Trevor Lawrence been a bust, or has Trevor Lawrence, how should I put this? Has he been a bust or just a great underachiever, or has he been okay?
I wouldn't label him a bust right now, but he's busting.
He's busting.
I don't think he's a bust right now because he had what a year or two ago he had a pretty decent year. But man, you know, when you pick that high in the draft, man, right. Bro, you gotta come in and perform, man. But I think he got one more year.
One more year.
Get it right.
One more year. Speaking of the Falcons picked up the 5th-year option on tight end Kyle Pitts. When he came in, he was being labeled like Brock Bowles, a generational talent, once in a lifetime tight end. Hasn't really lived up to that. But to be fair, look at the quarterbacks they had out there in Atlanta. Now he gets a quarterback who will be able to get the ball to him. Kirk Cousins. Listen, if Kirk Cousins is healthy, that's a scary ass offense in Atlanta, man. That's a scary offense, man. Real scary. The Patriots today and defensive tackle Christian Barmore reached an agreement on a 4-year deal with a maximum value of $92 million. So Christian Barmore will be happily skipping to the bank. $92 million extension there. Also, the Bengals, which was no surprise, picked up the 5th-year option on Chase, their young, talented receiver. Chase has caught 268 passes for 3,717 yards and 29 touchdowns since they drafted him. Jamal Chase is a beast. The Steelers declined to pick up Justin Fields' $25 million 5th-year option, which makes sense. What was the thought behind it? Really cost them nothing, so I can understand that. But the Steelers signing Russell Wilson, then trading for Justin Fields, now not picking up his 5th-year option. Is it they just let him battle it out and then decide at the end of the season if they want to re-sign him? What is your thoughts on that? Because I think Russell Wilson really did not have as bad of a year as people thought he had. So what's your thoughts about the Steelers in signing, trading for Justin Fields after signing Mr. Phenomenal, Mr. What's his name? Mr. What he said? No.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell Wilson. What do he call himself? Mr. What? Mr. Undeniable or some shit. Whatever he called it, that corny shit he said. But
why do you think that was a good move? Not you say you understand why they didn't pick up his 5th-year option.
I say I don't understand them
not
trading for him. I kind of understand, hey, it's $25 million damn dollars, and we don't even know if he's going to be our starter. So could Justin Fields be on the move after this season? Could it be a 1-year pit stop in Pittsburgh, and then hey, he's on the free agent market at this time next year?
Yeah, that's why I don't get it. I would, if I were them, I think Justin Fields, you probably get him for the cheap right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would pick up that option, man. You know, but as far as your question and why you think they signed Russell Wilson didn't win, I think it was a situation where, you know, the opportunity presented itself. I don't think no one thought that, well, some people probably did, but it was going to move on from Justin Fields, and they didn't give up much to get him, right?
Nah, man, they gave up, man, a grocery bag, man,
Yeah,
from the
I think
99-cent store.
I think it's good. And this is the thing about this, the Steelers and Justin Fields. If he's halfway decent, the Steelers gonna be okay, bro. Because the Steelers have made it all this way and being competitive with garbage cans and quarterbacks.
Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
Mason Rudolph. Man. All right. Neville, how you doing? Come on in. Trey, big bro. What's the ugly about this draft? The ugly about this draft, man. Who was the ugly about? Man, the ugly about this draft, man. What pick did I didn't like? I'm gonna give you my ugly, Trey. I'm gonna give you my ugly. I'm not just talking about the Saints or Cowboys in particular. I'm talking about the draft in general. The ugly of this draft. What would I say was the ugly of this draft? A pick that I just really didn't understand.
Penix, to me.
I mean,
that was
that's
a wild
the one.
moment.
But I think I'm in the minority with that. Call me crazy, but I kind of understand what it was coming from. But again, a lot of everybody says you just gave Kirk Cousins $100 million.
That's the thing.
For those who weren't here, let them know why you feel the way you do.
I mean, it's because they gave him $100 million. You know, you can't invest that much capital in the quarterback position, and then before the season even start, before you even get a chance to work, you go and put just as much draft capital in the position. You know, so you're gonna put money. You don't usually put money and draft capital in the same position. You do either or,
right?
You know, it was like one of those things that they went into the season without they wasn't sure of the plan, and they changed midway. Hey, let's do this. You know, because like I said, if you got the number 8 pick, any draft analysis would tell you Penix was going to be there at 8. You knew that. Like, so why give Kirk Cousins $100 million if you're going to draft Penix? And like I say, this is not no 21-year-old kid. The dude is 24 years old, probably going to be 25 when the season starts. Right. So he can't just sit up on the bench for the next 4 years and learn, because he's going to be 30 years old.
Right. I mean, what's up with this age thing? I think it's blown out of proportion. When I look at the kid, 20s in the damn 20s, got 5 more years to be in his 20s, and he's not, and his body's not gonna be taking a beating.
It's a young man's game, bro.
And he gonna be a young 30-year-old when he get the ramp, get the hand. He'll be a young 30-year-old because his body wouldn't have been. It took that much punishment. I kind of feel like they're gonna have packages for him during the season, kind of like I feel like the Steelers are going to have certain packages this season for Justin Fields. I think you're going to start seeing a lot of teams use that Taysom Hill stuff like that to get these guys on the field. All right, got a few family members. So Trey, that's the ugly there, man. So Trey, what was your ugly of the draft? Listen, my good of the draft, man, is the Jets, man, getting arguably the 1A tackle in this draft, and Fashanu from Penn State. I love the Saints selection. It was needed, and I think they got a starter, a day one starter. Marvin Harrison to the Cardinals. The Cardinals already have their quarterback. Now you give him a bona fide number 1, and Marvin Harrison Jr. coming in there. Calling Drake May the bad, bro. I'm not sold on Drake May. I'm not. That's why I'm going with the trade. I'm calling Drake May, bro. I'm calling Drake May. I don't see it. I watched some North Carolina games. I might have watched 2 games, and then I watched highlights. Okay, he can make throws. Hell, the Saints took Spencer Rattler in the 5th. I don't think he that better. I don't think he better than Spencer Rattler. And I'm just saying, I don't damn see what everybody, sometimes the media, they blow up certain prospects that should not be selected where they eventually wind up being selected. A la Zach Wilson. There was no damn way that Zach Wilson should have been the second selection in the draft the year he came out. But teams get what? They get put in the corner, in the box, because what you need in the NFL, you need a quarterback. And I think sometimes, hey, that's what you call a reach. Drake May. I even heard some people even trying to say that Drake May probably go before Caleb Williams. Man, y'all, come on, man, stop it, man. There's no way. I don't think was the second best quarterback in the draft class. I don't think he's better than Daniels. Hell, he might not be better than Bo Nix, and I'm telling you, and JJ McCarthy. So I'm just saying. So that to me, that was the ugly to me. I'm not sold on Drake May. Listen, I hope the young man proves me wrong, but I don't see everything that everybody's talking about. I think you could have got a quarterback in the second round been just as good as Drake May. Now, if people are going to talk about, well, he didn't have this much talent around him and he did this. All right, Spencer Rattler didn't have that much talent around him either. Look what he did. Shit, without him, South Carolina may have not won a game. And he played in the SEC. I'm just saying, the ACC, Atlantic Coast Conference, ain't what it used to be. That's all I'm saying. People beating Clemson head in, Florida State back. I mean, hell, you not even new. Go ahead.
And you look at this, man. The Big 12, I'm not the Big 12, but the Pac-12 probably had one of the best conferences this year, and they breaking up. They breaking the conference up. That's crazy. It's probably the Pac-12's best year in years, man.
Right.
With the hype on Colorado, Oregon.
Yeah.
USC. They had a good year, and now they being broke. They breaking the whole conference up. It's crazy.
Right. It's crazy. Trey says, with Penix, I get the future decision, but money on the books for Cousins while drafting Penix is financially a proverbial hole in the pocket. I think that's the thing. Like you said, HITZ, and I'm like Falcon Nation have been saying, man, we just gave Kirk Cousins $100 million. Why the hell you gonna go take a quarterback in the first round when we could have got a quarterback in the second round? I mean,
It's weird. It's
weird, man. But again, Michael Penix Jr. is better than Drake May. I'm saying it. He better than Drake May. Derek L, how you doing, my brother? Come on in. All right. Who else we got? My brother Below Zero was in the house. Come on in. Uncle Jerry is here as usual. Randy Major. Randy, how you doing? Come on in. Randy says Penix without a question. Yeah, everybody's part of that. Below Zero said, I can see both sides of the Penix pick, but what you doing to your new quarterback mentally, he already has heat going in. Let me just and Stephen A. Smith had touched on it earlier. The agent for Kirk Cousins said that they didn't find out until they had made the pick right before it was announced that the Falcons would be taking Michael Penix Jr. Kirk Cousins. You've been getting, first of all, you got the first guaranteed damn contract in the history of the National Football League. You've been making Kirk, man, how much money has Kirk Cousins must have at least $500 million made in his career.
I was gonna say about 300-400 million.
He has to. Every damn contract Kirk Cousins signed seems to be $100 million, no less than 90-something million.
You remember when the Redskins kept franchising him?
Yes, they kept franchising the man.
So, he was getting like what, $40 million a year off the franchise tag.
Oh, Kirk Cousins, man. Shout out to Kirk Cousins and his agent, man, for working it, man. Just working the system. Below Zero said, if it was Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, that's different. Atlanta is too unstable for that. I wouldn't say they're unstable, man. I mean, they got new coaching staff coming in. I think they got better management in Atlanta now. They're not making some of the same bonehead decisions they used to make. Well, until like everybody said, they went in and drafted Penix at number
This
8.
is the thing I thought Atlanta was doing was, saving the draft Shadur next year. I guess that's off the table now.
Yeah. Trey says the ugliest rattlesnake was passed on because of some high school antics. It's crazy. High school in 2024, I still see a narrative being pushed between white and black. A lot of people don't want to see that, bro. But listen, he gonna have a what on his shoulder, chip on his shoulder. There were people talking about Spencer Rattler being what, a late first, second, no later than third round pick. And what surprised me from the Saints side is after their second round selection of Kool-Aid, they didn't pick again, have another pick until the 5th round. They had like 4 5. They used one to move up 4 spots to get Kool-Aid. But they stayed patient and they waited. And he was sitting there, bro. I have to applaud him for swinging at the fences, because now when you look at the quarterback room that they now have in New Orleans, behind Derek Carr, you got former Texas A&M 3rd round pick of the Vikings, Kelly Mond. Then you have last year's 4th round pick from Fresno State, Jake Hayner, who had a good preseason training camp before he got suspended to start the season for PEDs. Reed was on the bottle, Jake. Reed was on the bottle. And now you go and you draft Spencer Rattler. And RG3 loves the pick. He thinks he's going to be one of the steals of the draft. But what is the man went in the 5th round? I don't think Bo Nix and I don't think Drake May are better than him. Maybe J.J. McCarthy either. But J-HITZ think J.J. McCarthy is overrated. All right, below says don't understand ATL though. They could mess up it below the sound. Let them mess it up, bro. Let them mess it up. That's what I say. All right, man. Listen, we're gonna take one more commercial break, then we're gonna come back. We're gonna get the last word from J-HITZ and myself and you in the chat. Listen, the link is in the chat. If you want to come on before we get out of here, hit us up and let us know. We'll be right back. Welcome, all sports fans. I'm Dolph Jackson, one of the hosts of the Come On In Sports Network, a brand new sports network catered to sports heads like yourselves. Here on the Come On In Sports Network, we'll be covering the latest topics and current sporting news from around the world, such as baseball, football, basketball, and more. So sit back, relax, put your feet up, and come on in. All right. We're back. Listen up, below zero. Thank you, fam. Hey, fam, I need everybody here. I need you to hit that like bell, support the channel. I need you to share this show on all your social platforms. Let's let everybody know about the Come On In Sports Network. We're growing with a brand new channel out there on our social media platform. And hey, we doing some big things over here, man. Tonight, I've been joined by the newest member of the Come On In Sports Network, the host of the Hit Zone, along with C-Rob, and also your host for Come On In Cowboys. That's right, the one and only J-HITZ. Speak to the family.
What it do? Man, I'm excited. I'm excited to be a part of the network. Matter of fact, man, let me just compliment you there. I like that commercial, bro. I see you doing big things, man. I see you doing. I see you, bro. I'm looking. I'm peeping, dog. I'm peeping. Yeah, man. I'm excited to be a part of the family, man. A part of the team. Hey. Oh, come on, Jew. Come on, Jew. Oh, hoodie booming, huh? Okay, I got you. But yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? It can't be a network without the Cowboys, right? Without America's team, it can't be a network. Let me stir up. Let me stir the pot. Let me stir the pot for these Saints fans real quick. You can't be America's team without the network without America's team, man. Come on now.
Oh man, nigga, hoodie going in. Oh man. Oh man. But yeah, man. Listen, we're happy to have J-HITZ, man. And listen, C Rob also will be part of the family too, man. Listen, we'll come on in Sports Network. I'm Dolph Jackson. He's J-HITZ. It's been a pleasure and honor, family, again. But before you get out of here, hit that like button and share on your social media platforms and let them know who they say New America's team is CJ Stroud in them Houston, Texas. And before send who they bought them out, bro. You got to respect what the hell they doing in just one season, bro. That entire team's, man, identity, their entire being has just changed, bro, because of the coach and the franchise quarterback that a lot of people were disrespecting coming into the last season.
So let me pitch this narrative to you, man. You remember Lovie Smith, the last play he went for that touchdown to win the game, went for 2, I think it was, to win the game. And it caused the Houston, instead of having the number 1 pick, they slipped to the number 2 pick.
Yeah.
So instead of getting Bryce Young, they got CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Man, they need to go send thank you letter, bro.
Yeah, they do.
They need to send Lovey a thank you letter, man.
Because they was on Lovey ass about that.
That changed the franchise, bro.
It was on Lovey ass about that, bro.
And then if you look at that Deshaun Watson trade, that was the modern day Herschel Walker trade, bro. If you go back and look at the first round picks and what those picks entailed and what it brought, like the Tank Dales and all these guys, bro, that's gonna go down as one of the best trades in NFL history. That's the kind of trade that that turns a franchise around, bro. That's the kind of trade that make a franchise. You look back 2-3 years from now, you be like, whoa. What a trade.
Yeah. That was a hell of a trade. Before we get out of here, the Cowboys officially pick up the 5th-year option on Michael Parsons. Just a game changer. Ain't no need to even speak about it. We know how good this kid is. We know what he is, man. So common sense. Formality is over with. Cowboys pick up, they buy another year with him. If they can't come to a contract agreement, they'll just franchise him for the next 2 damn years and keep him around. So shout out to Michael Parsons for getting a 5th-year option from the Dallas Cowboys. And there are no Cowboy fans in public. It's like Sasquatch, they exist, but hard to find, laughing my ass off until they beat the Giants. Well, y'all hard on family. Well, hey, it's family, baby. You got to
family. Man, the Cowboys deserve all they get right now, man. Like, you know, I look at our team, I look at our franchise, bro, and it's one of them things where it's like we can't get out our own way.
Right.
Can't get out our own way, man. It's like it's like we gonna mishandle so many situations. I really think we mishandling the CD Lamb right now. You know, you day back with Dak, we mishandling CD Lamb. You know, Jerry Jones come out and say stuff like, we're gonna wait till other receivers get signed. Why? AJ Brown just got signed. So every time a receiver gets signed, it makes CD's ticket go up.
Right.
Go ahead and do what you need to do, man. If he's your guy,
right,
sign your guys. Is Dak your guy? If not, let him walk.
I think they're gonna let Dak walk, bro.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think they're gonna let Dak walk. Trey says
unless he just have a hell of a year this year.
Yeah.
But then his ticket gonna be too high.
Now, yeah, you're gonna have to pay him. Listen, he in line. He next in line. You got to pay him what that market say it is, man. You know, look at some of the quarterbacks that got paid. Daniel Jones. Stop right there. Parsons is a hell of a player. He needs to learn to play Mike linebacker. What's your thoughts about Parsons in his Mike, playing Mike?
Well, I think we improved it. Like if we picked up the linebacker from Notre Dame, man, go watch that guy's tape. He is the kid from Hawaii or Samoan or something.
I'm talking about number 8.
8 or 9, one of them. Go watch his tape, bro.
I watched him play, bro.
He's decent. He's decent.
They don't need decent, bro. They don't need decent, bro.
But what I'm saying is, you got him, and you got Demario Overshawn coming off the injury.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna be all right at linebacker, I think.
Not with him. No, bro. He might. What they got him in the 3rd round?
4th, I think it was.
Oh nah, man. He ain't making the team, bro. He might be special team, bro.
Say, I like him.
I'm telling you.
I like him.
I'm telling you.
He's a heat-seeking missile once he diagnosed to play. That's what I like about him.
That's the problem. He don't he don't diagnose a play enough until it's past him.
We gotta see. We just gotta see.
And then he played for Notre Dame. I just don't like Notre Dame. Dame. But nah, bro. The kid, he got a lot to learn, bro. He's definitely a project, bro. I
seen what's his name? Bone Dinker, whatever that guy name.
Ball Dinger.
Dinger. He broke down his film, bro. Hey, that dude said that he made plays, man.
And he better than Jalen Ford?
Who?
I want to know. Him and Jalen Ford, who we selected from Texas. You got them two. Who you going with?
I like Jalen Ford, but why did he slip though?
I have no damn idea, but I'm happy he did.
Did he go like in the 5th round?
Yep. We got him in the 5th. He's one of our 5th round picks. We got him in the 5th, Rattler in the 5th.
Yeah. Yep. Jalen Ford people thought he was gonna win the Dick Buckets, man, at one point.
Yeah, and then he was good. He's good in coverage. He's not a liability in the passing game. He runs sideline to sidelines. He's another Willie Gay. We signed Willie Gay from the Chiefs this offseason to a 1-year contract. Saints need linebacker help. DeMario Davis right now, I mean, he's holding back the hands of for the time, but eventually for the time will come knocking. Pete Werner's in the final year of his contract. Like I said, they signed Willie Gay. He's on a 1-year contract. They picked up the young man from the Commanders. His name escapes me now. He's on a 1-year contract. So the Saints need young linebacker help, man. And hopefully Jalen Ford can be that still below zero. Say it seems all linebackers slid this year. It was weird. Even I think Peyton Wilson from NC State, I think arguably to me, he was probably the best all-around running back, linebacker, but he did have a lot of shouts out to East Coast Gridiron, breaking down film and talking about him, how sometimes he missed a lot of tackles, man. So he was, if you get a chance, family, go check that out. East Coast Gridiron, man. The brother is Bonafide Scott. He scout, man. And man, they do a great job over there, man.
I want the Cowboys to take Jeremiah Trotter Jr. He went to the Eagles.
Went to his daddy team, man. Jones got 3 Super Bowls, but he got 29 championships. Cowboys go 3-13 and sell out nosebleed seats. They go sell it out regardless, man.
That's what America's team does.
The man bought the Cowboys for $140 million. Now they worth billions.
$8 billion.
God, ain't smart as Jerry. But look, man, me and Hitz, we about to get out here, man. We want to thank everybody for joining us. Everybody in the chat again. Hit that like bell before you go out tonight. Please share this on your social media platform. Please go to the hit zone where J-HITZ called. Man, tell everybody what home is besides to come on in Sports Network.
Yes, the Hit Zone on all platforms. That's THAHITZONE. Hit Zone. We discuss, like I say, we Cowboy heavy over there. We also discuss a lot of college football, preferably my Longhorns, Texas Longhorns football. But go over there, subscribe. We also got a Facebook page, The Hit Zone, where we get a lot of content, sports content there. All the latest breaking news. If you follow that page, you'll be in the know at all times.
Well, there you go, family. And look, it's your boy, Dolph Jackson. This is the Come On In Sports Network, home of real fan sports, home of uneducated sports talk, home of the Hit Zone, home of the Keeping It Real Who That Sports podcast. And by the way, home of, as the NFL terms, the hottest pregame show on social media, baby. Listen, everybody have a great night. And until we see you again next week, you know what? HITZ, you want to do it again next Monday?
Again.
You know what? Me and HITZ, we'll see you next Monday. Until then, family, take care. Everybody have a great night. And we out. Welcome, all sports fans. I'm Dolph Jackson, one of the hosts of the Come On In Sports Network, a brand new sports network catered to sports heads like yourselves. Here on the Come On In Sports Network, we'll be covering the latest topics and current sporting news from around the world, such as baseball, football, basketball, and more. So sit back, relax, put your feet up, and come on in. Welcome, all sports fans.